Hey, what is going on, guys? This is Jason with Jadren Aquatics. Thanks for hanging out with me in the fish room again today. So today we're gonna go around, I'm gonna give you an update. I've had so many fish that I've actually moved up to the other fish room that I have a lot of openings here. So I've changed a bunch of different things around. Got a bunch of different other things going on I want to show you guys. But before we move on to that, let's talk about the giveaway. But before we talk about the giveaway, for those of you guys who are members of my channel, first of all, thank you guys so much. You guys absolutely mean the world to me. I can't tell you how much it means that you guys are willing to support me the way that you do. For those of you who joined in February, or for those that end up joining in March, or for all of those who are still members, in March we are actually going to send out 2 new prints. These are some good ones this time. Well, all the other ones are good ones too, but these are even better. Okay, so the first print that we have here, again, these are all from Priscilla for MK Arts. This one is a betta that she did. That's just absolutely beautiful. We're going to send out 2, this one, and then we're going to send out this one. This one is CPD, Celestial Pearl Danio. This one is really cool, one of my favorites. So that's the 2 that is going to go out this month. Again, if you joined in February or in March, these are going to come to you. If you've joined, because I've had quite a few people that have joined lately that haven't emailed me their address. So be sure to email me your address, because that's the only way I can send these things out to you. All right, so we've got that out of the way. Let's move on to the contest. So we're going to give away 2 gift cards this time. Each one of the gift cards is going to be a $50 gift card. So we're going to draw random comments down below. I'm going to have you comment. But when I do the drawing, I'm going to do the drawing next Friday. When I do the drawing, if I it's going to be a random thing. I'll show it all. I was going to live stream, but I don't know if that's going to work. But I'm going to do it so that it randomly grabs one of the comments. So when you leave your comment, I'm going to randomly grab them. And whichever 2 that I choose to be the winners, if that one that I grab has a little symbol out beside it that shows that you're a member, you will then get a $100 gift card instead of a $50 gift card. So if you're interested in becoming a member, so first of all, you're going to get the prints. Even though you still have the chance to win the 100, you're still going to get the prints. You go up there, click above on the join button, and you can see a little video that explains a little bit more about it. And then you can actually get joined, send me all your mail information so I can mail these out to you. And then every post that you've made after that will then have the little symbol on it. So even if you make your comment down below and you're not a member yet, but you join by the time of Friday, it'll add that symbol to your comment so that when I do the drawing on next Friday, it'll have the symbol on there, and then you'll have the chance to win the $100. So again, click up the join button above and you can learn more about how to become a member of my channel. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to comment down below, and here's what I want you to comment. If you guys remember before when we did something similar to this, we're going to use that same phrase again, and that phrase is, "Yes I do, yes I do." That's a JESSIDOOOO, or I don't care how you spell it. I know what you mean. So I just want you to comment that down below, and that'll enter you to win. Now, if you just want to make a comment about the video and talk about whatever, you can do that, and then in a separate comment, you can put the "Yes I do." But I don't want to see multiple "Yes I do's" from the same person. That's what's going to get you actually removed from the contest. All right, so there is all of that stuff out of the way. Oh, one more thing before we move on to the tanks. This Saturday, tomorrow, is going to be the fish show in Arlington. You guys don't want to miss this. I'll put the right here in front of my face, I'll put up the ad so you can see it. It's going to be like a full day type thing where you can bring your family. There's places to walk around and a playground and all that, and plus there's going to be a bunch of people set up selling fish. We're expecting a lot of people there because there were so many people in this area that lost fish because so many of us lost power for so long. So we had a lot of fish die. So we've got a lot of people that need to refill their tanks again. So I'll be there set up. Be sure and come by and say hello to me. Tell me you're a subscriber. I'd love to be able to meet you guys in person. All right, let's head around and look at the fish tanks. All right, so the first tank that we have here, these are an American purple Guppies. These are one that I actually bought from this guy's a world-renowned breeder, and I bought them from him as a fry pack. So these guys were tiny. You couldn't tell if they were male or female. They are finally of size now, and so I've now given them their own tank. So I'm going to get these guys to breeding. I don't know if the camera can pick up how well these things look. That beautiful purple tint that's in them. So I'm excited about these guys. These are some gorgeous, gorgeous looking fish. And you can also see they've got the black Dumbo ears on them also. This tank up here, I don't know exactly what I'm currently doing with it. This thing has become the catch-all for all of my killifish. So when I have a killifish that loses the male or loses a female, I end up just kind of throwing them in here. So there's quite a few different Gardneri that are in here. We've also got these two guys. If you guys remember the video that I did where I went out with Mark and caught some wild fish, these are the Plains killifish, and it looks like I have two females, so I need a male so I can get these guys to breed in. And there's also some peacock gudgeons that I've had in here for a while. So I got to decide what I'm doing with this tank. These are too few of fish to be in a 40-gallon breeder, so I don't know what the plans are with that yet. Now down here in this 10-gallon section right here, we've got a bunch of other things going on. Every time I can find a new rainbow that I've never had before, I immediately buy them. And now that I have the ability to buy wholesale, it opens up a lot more opportunities. So in this one, we've got breeding. These are they're called Mccola rainbows. I'd never heard of them before, and again, if it's a name I've never seen before, these guys are breeding and laying eggs all the time, so we're constantly removing eggs from there. In here we've got Prac's Dwarf Rainbows. These are ones that I actually bred. These are actually ones I actually have up for sale on the website right now. But I also went ahead and put a mop in there because they're already starting to spawn, even though they're not even close to being full grown. So I figured as long as I'm holding on to the fish to sell, I'm going to go ahead and breed them at the same time. So we got those guys going in there. This one is another new rainbow that I got. It's called a Kurami rainbow, one I've never heard of again. So we got those guys actually breeding in there. And then this is a newer guppy that I got. These are called Tuxedo Kois. I bought a few trios of these. So they've had a few fry, not many. But these guys got kind of a cool pattern on them, so I thought they were really cool. So we got those in here. Gonna get those guys to breeding again. It's absolutely hilarious. You guys that have been subscribers to my channel for a long time, you guys have seen how my tastes change back and forth, where one minute I'm crazy into guppies and the next minute I don't really want to do guppies anymore, and then I'm back into guppies and then I'm back out, then I'm back in. Well, I'm back in full force again. I don't know what it is about the guppies, but these things always pull me back in again. Up here in this 10-gallon, these are some red lace guppies. I think they're, when I actually bought them a few years ago, they were called red steel lace or something. And I just had these back in a 20-gallon long back in the back that never really got seen that much. So I didn't think there was that many of them really left, and I looked back there and saw that I had quite a few of them, and some of them were starting to get some really cool patterns and stuff on them, some really beautiful looking males. So I went ahead and decided to give them their own tank up front, so I could watch them better and get a bunch of hornwort in there so that they'd have fry, to have a place to get away from. So this is another one that I'm working on breeding. Over here we got some more rainbows. These are some Kamakas. All these Kamakas are ones that I've actually raised from eggs, so they're already starting to breed. That's some of the fish that I've bred, quite a few different types that are in there. Up here in this 10-gallon, these are the blue ear albino reds. They sort of look like a full albino red, but if you look at the males from above, the Dumbo ears they have on them is this really beautiful blue. And I had these guys in another tank where I just, you know, a tank I wasn't paying a lot of attention to. It was getting fed, and I don't mean when I say don't pay attention to it. I mean, it wasn't out here in the open where I saw it all the time. It was getting fed like it normally was. And so it had a bunch of other stuff in it, so I decided to move these guys out and put them into their own tank. And again, I didn't even realize I had so many of these guys either. So got these guys out, got them to start breeding. Up here, these are the 5.5 gallon tanks. I've got some type of species of blue eyes in that tank. We've got this one. I moved these are the Fixamon Australia, the killifish. And in here we moved the clown killies in here because 10 gallons was just way too big for these little guys. And then here we've got another type of rainbow that was just sold to me as like a red blue eyes rainbow, so I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it's breeding and laying eggs in there also. Over here is another one of the fry packs that I'd bought from the that award-winning breeder. These are some half black blues. And then the other one that I got from him is this one, which these are the Moscow bicolor guppies. I had these in there with some baby angelfish, and they nipped the male's tails pretty bad, so that's why they look kind of rugged. But I went ahead and moved them into their own tank now that they're up big enough and ready to breed also. And then up here, last but not least, these are the Wapago Rainbows. I think they're called the Red Lasers or something. Got these guys in here. They're breeding like crazy, pulling eggs out all the time. And if you look up at the top, if you can see, there's a bunch of fry that actually hatched in here. So these guys are really good about not eating their fry. There's probably 50 fry in there, if not actually more. So these guys are doing good and breeding also. All right, so there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this update. Don't forget to enter the contest. Be sure and give me the just a do in the comments for your chance to win, and we will draw a winner on Friday. So thanks again, guys, and God bless.